Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make a goat. As you can see, he's quite cute, got the nice big horns. Don't get a ton of requests for goats, but the expression is gaining popularity. You've probably heard greatest of all time, hence GOAT. Dallas Mavericks referring to Dirk Nowitzki as the greatest Maverick of all time, so he's the GOAT. It's kind of fun, it's a fun expression, but the goat's really cute, so grab some balloons, get ready to have some fun. Now we'll be starting with our gray 60, and as you can see I've inflated it, leaving about a hand and a half uninflated. We're going to start with the tip, the nozzle, and we're going to make 2 small round bubbles. Each one skinnier than the 360, about 2 fingers apiece. Twist those 2 together, and then we're going to make those a pair of pinch twists. So twist them in there, just like that. So we've got 2 pinch twists on the end. These are going to be our goat slips. Now I'm going to make about a 2.5 finger bubble, followed by 2 more pinch twists. Just like that. This is very similar to our horse's head. So you've got the 2 pinch twists, and you want to position the 2 on the lips, whether up and down, on the 2 next 2 that you make, whether on the 2 sides. So see, they're opposite each other. Now before we go to this next part, I'm going to get something ready. So I've got my white 360 here, and I've only blown up a little bit of it because all we need to make out of it are 2 pinch twists. So make your 2 bubbles. You want to get them pretty close to the same size. And then you're going to make those into 2 pinch twists, just like that. I'm going to take this extra, let the air out, and then twist it around several times to make sure it's going to stay. Set that aside for a moment. Then I've also got 2 tips off of 160 black that I've inflated just a little ball on the end of it. We're going to tie the tails of those together, but don't tie them super snug. Leave a little bit of a gap. See how they're not completely together there? That'll be important in a minute. I'm going to trim that excess off of those 2. So we've got just that there. Now we're going to set that aside a moment. We'll come back to both of those, and now with those ready, we'll need them in a minute. So now we're going to come back to our 360 gray, and I'm going to make a little wider than a hand width bubble, followed by a fold twist, and it's like an oversized pinch twist. Just, I want it big enough to get that little bit of a gap there. You're going to make 2 of those. These will be our goat's ears in a minute. And that gap that we've created there is going to be important. We'll come back to that. Now you need another bubble the same size as this one here. Twist it into that. The 2 pinch twists up in the front there. So now we've got that there. Now this is all we went ahead and did our white and our little black. Set those on top, and then I've kind of got them where they're positioned over that. Then you're going to bring that 360 across the top, twist it into the 2 fold twists at the back of the head. See, now we've captured the white pinch twist from the 360s and the black 160 pieces that we had. I'm going to pull those blacks out so they're sticking out just a little bit there. And so we can get those whites out a little more. There we go. So you've got them there. Those are going to be his eyes. He looks a little spacey right now, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Now what we need to do is on this 360 that's left for the neck, I'm going to cut a hole in the end to let a bit of the air out. Shorten his neck up. Now we're going to take our gray 260. We're going to tie it on the end of his neck there. The end of that 360 that was sticking out just like that. And trim that up a little bit. So now we're going to take and make a pinch twist out of the 260. And then we're going to make about a little wider than a hand width bubble for his body, followed by another pinch twist. And we're going to come back up along his body with another bubble the same size as that one there. So now we've got the head, the neck, part of the body. We're going to set that down for just a moment. I'm going to grab my black 260. I'm going to make out of it is 4 small fold twists. Each one's a little more than 2 fingers. twist those all together nicely like that. So you've got 4 fold twists, just like that. The excess we don't need. So now we've got our 4 fold twists. These are going to be our goat's feet. So now, come back to this. We're going to make about a 4-finger bubble for a front leg. Then we're going to twist those 4 fold twists from the black into that for his feet. And now we need another bubble the same size as that. 4-finger one for our first back leg. Then we're going to come back up, another one down, and then back up again. So another 4-finger bubble. Twist back into your hooves. Another 4-finger bubble. Twist up into the front neck on the body. And then you're going to make one more bubble across the back of his body there. And what's left over is your goat's tail. So now we've got the bulk of our goat there. He's looking a little bit odd right now, but we'll straighten him all up in a minute. And what I have found that a lot of times, I'll take this one for the body, if you an option, if you turn it over, give him more of a belly and less of a bulging back. Then you can position this one on the bottom in between his legs. That kind of holds his legs together. And then his neck will sit in that little groove there. And he tends to stay a little more stable. Now we're going to finish up with the head. We're almost done. I've got this gray 160. I didn't blow much of it. We're not going to need a lot. What we're going to do is kind of fill in his head a little bit. So I'm going to take and twist it into the 2 pinch twists. Not the very tip ones, but the front, the ones coming back a little bit. Squeeze it kind of soft, and then I'm going to bring it up over the eye, twist it in, and then kind of tuck it in a little bit, especially at the ends. And you can move that eye forward or adjust it wherever you want. That kind of frames in his eye there. Makes him look a little kind of menacing, like he's getting ready to charge somebody. Then we'll come to the other side. Do the same thing. Come over to my body and twist that in a little better. There we go. Tuck those in. And that's why we had that little bit of a gap in between those 160s, so we can space them and pull them out a little bit like that. Tuck that all in really good. There we go. Once you tuck those in at the front and the back a little better, now you can see how that kind of frames his eye out a little bit. Tuck it up in there. This excess we're going to pop off. We don't need. See, that makes him look kind of menacing, like he's getting ready to charge. I think it makes him a little more fun. It's optional. You don't have to do that. I don't always do it. A lot of it depends on the mood I'm in. Gets those eyeballs a little better. Now, we have our toffee 160 left, and I've blown up, leaving maybe a 4-inch tail. This really depends on how long, if you want really long horns, if you want shorter horns. I'm going to go, I guess about there, so not quite to the end of it. Pop the excess off, tie it back up. You can make the horns short, you can make them long. Depends on what you want to do. I've got this piece of 160 here. I'm going to fold it in half, twist it. Now we're going to come bring that up into his head. Twist it in a time or two to secure it. And this is why we made those big fold twists for his ears, because now those horns can kind of set up in the fold twists there. Now I'm going to take his horns, roll them down, squeeze a little bit from the side. Gives him that nice shape like goat's horns. And there you have your nice little goat. And there you go. Now we have our goat, greatest of all time. Lots of fun. You may not get a ton of requests, but I guarantee when you do make this, people are going to love it. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you come back again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the links that I'm going to put in the bottom for some t-shirts that are available that you can purchase that are a lot of fun. Promote yourself as a balloon twister. Be sure and stay twisted. Have a wonderful day.